Welcome back to Bowl TV for the women's match play Baker bracket. We'll get you a quick rundown of the lineups here at the 2016 Hoosier Classic at Western Bowl in Indianapolis. I'm Aaron Smith. We already crowned a men's champion. We saw Lindenwood defeat Weber International 4-2 in the championship match. Right now we have at number 1 seed Wichita State taking on number 8 Grandview on 71 and 72. Over on 73 and 74, Wright State. Have it here somewhere. Wright State's the 4 seed taking on the 5 seed Emmanuel. Over on 75 and 76, the 3 seed Newman taking on number 6 Lindenwood. Over on 77 and 78, the 2 seed Pikeville taking on the 7 seed Ursuline. These are best 2 of 3. So they're going to go quickly. This is the Baker format once again. This quarterfinal round is going to go pretty quick. Going to be a lot going on with 4 matches across the high end of the house here. So we'll do our best to keep everyone informed along the way. Of course, we'll definitely keep track of the matches ahead of us, and we'll try at least get you the winners in the other matches. If you want to get a look at the bracket, it is located in the description area below the video, along with some information on the lane pattern. We've used 3 different ones throughout the week for both men's and women's competition, depending on essentially which block it was. So you had to make it to match play to face this 45-foot pattern featuring 23.25 mils for the volume. In the men's final, we saw a 55-foot pattern definitely get tricky by the end of the day, so we'll see what Nick Hoagland and his Kegel Flex machine have in store for the ladies. These rounds, once again, best 2 out of 3. The finals at best of 7. So if you lose the first match, have to win 2 in a row after that. Wright State clean through 4. A few opens for Emmanuel in the early going. Wichita State is the 2-time defending champions here at the Hoosier Classic, looking to decorate the masking unit for a 3rd consecutive year. One of the perks, essentially the trophy, if you will, for the Hoosier Classic, is getting your masking unit displayed the following year. Lindenwood already taking care of that on the men's side. I'm sure they're still in attendance cheering on their ladies team, bowling against Newman over on 75 and 76. After an early open, Grandview responds with a double in the 4th and 5th. Try not to let Wichita State get too far ahead. back half of game one, starting for the Shockers. Through the nose, 3-6-10. No strikes yet for Wright State, but avoiding trouble. We saw that in the men's quarterfinal round as well, just avoiding the big miscues, more important than anything else. Didn't see too many games that were 230 to 240 in the grand scheme of things. There were one or two, but scoring pace generally a little bit lower for what we saw for the guys. Wichita State up 9 as they start the 7th frame. Can't get the trip 9 to fall. Grandview can swing this match right around, essentially make it even with a double. Catch a break only to leave the 5-pin. Wright State looking to continue its all-spare game. Have to cover the 3-6-10 in the 7th. Trouble for Wichita State in the 8th, looking at big 4. This will give Grandview a chance to jump into the lead. They're able to cover the 8th frame, assuming Wichita State doesn't pull off an awesome conversion, but great shot there from Grandview, looking to upset the top seed and grab an early 1-0 advantage. Open for Emmanuel in the 9th frame. They can max out at 168 now. Wright State on a 177 pace. Wichita State responds with a strike in the 9th. They can still shoot at 206. So that they can actually go up and shut out with 2 strikes and good count in the 10th. Wright State hasn't locked up this W yet, making it tough on themselves here. Dasha Kovalova looking to get the Shockers come from behind win here. Big first strike in the 10th. Brittany Smith can match to keep the pressure on. Great shot for the response. Looks like Newman's going to take a 1-0 advantage over Lindenwood. Big shot for Wichita State. Goes high. Grandview is going to have a chance here. And the count is big as well. Grandview can actually win here with a strike and just stay behind the foul line. Best Wichita State can do now, 193 for the win. That is wide. Leaves a 1-2-4-8. Both will need to convert for a tie. Wright State just needs a good count here to take a 1-0 lead. Wichita State for the spare. They cover. Grandview has to match. Wright State just needs 6 pins on the fill ball to go up 1-0. So we're all tied. 193 to 193. Wright State gets just enough for the win. Take the 1-pin victory. Looks like Pikeville and Ursuline also tied. So crazy first game here in the women's quarterfinal. Wichita State finding themselves in trouble here in game 2. They tied the first game. Unable to convert the 2-10, so back-to-back opens. Puts Grandview up by more than 20 here in the early going. Wright State still looking for their first strike, but they got the win in the first game. They're doing a pretty good job of covering their spares and holding off Emmanuel for a 1-pin victory. Can't Emmanuel force them to strike? Emmanuel grabs the early lead against Wright State, looking tied up at 1 apiece. Wright State gets that first strike. Looking to put 2 marks together here in game 2. Grandview gives Wichita State 2 opens of its own here in the 4th and the 5th. Wichita State responds with a double. Wright State connects again, but needs to avoid the opens and the odd frames the way it's turned out so far. Emmanuel, the one staying out of trouble here in game 2. Just the open in the first. They've built a 25-pin lead, just enough on the 4-pin. Wichita State with a 10-pin advantage on 71 and 72 as we head to the 7th. Newman's going to take the win against a Lindenwood, so no Lindenwood sweep at the 2016 event. Ursuline looks to be taking care of Pikeville in game number 2, so they're going to have a game advantage going into game 3 since they tied the first one, or at least I'm pretty sure they tied from my vantage point. Grandview still not out of this game yet. That did not help. They can convert the washout. And Wichita State converts, they'll still be down about 20. .24, the difference with Emmanuel having the advantage on 73 and 74. Nice cover for Grandview, so they can still shoot 167 with all 3 in the 10th, so just a mark for Wichita State to take the 1-game advantage. Wichita State still needs to convert the spare. Grandview could throw all 3 to force the issue, and that's going to end it right there. Wichita State taking 1.5 to a half advantage. If Grandview was to win game 3, it looks like it comes down to total pins. So they wouldn't go to a next game to determine who would actually get to the full 2 points. Things have got interesting on 73 and 74. Wright State might be able to sneak this game out. Manuel needs this conversion, takes care of it. So now they'll need 6 pins. The tables have turned. That's what Wright State needed in the first game. That's exactly what they got to win by a pin. Same scenario here. That'll give Emmanuel the win, and it's all knotted up at 1 apiece on 73 and 74. Only one of our matches done so far. So Newman, the only team to advance in 2. We had 2 ties in the first game. So who knows what's going to happen here in game 3. First line with the 1.5 to 0.5 advantage over Pikeville. Emmanuel and Wright State tied up at 1 apiece. Wichita State, your 2-time defending Hoosier Classic champion, up 1.5 to 0.5 over Grandview. All right, sorry for taking away the sound for a second, but wanted to verify the rules for that. Actually, I guess they've changed the rules from what I have on paper, so it would actually be a 9th and 10th frame roll-off if a Grandview and Pikeville were to win game 3. The teams would have to use their 4th and 5th bowlers from the lineup of the final game, so that is the report from Nick Hoagland. Talk about a break for Emmanuel for the early double. Wright State has its 2nd open, and Emmanuel catches the hit. Unable to make it 3 in a row, though. They're going to give Wright State a few pins back here if they're unable to convert the split. all tied up with spares on 71 and 72. Wichita State could afford another tie if it comes down to that. That would get them to the 2 points. Wright State can make it a 9-pin game with a strike here in frame number 6. And just not finding the right look. Strikes have been hard to come by for the Raiders. Now looking at a washout in the 6th. Wichita State gets the 6 to take out the 10. Strike in the 5th. Big conversion by Wright State. This place is getting crazy. All tied up, Grandview and Wichita State. Ursuline looks like they have the advantage against Pikeville over on 77-78. Pikeville can win to force a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. Open in the 7th for Pikeville. Double for Grandview. The single pin miscue by Emmanuel brings this match to 2 pins. Emmanuel bounces back nicely. Big strike there. 2-pin advantage. What a double. Make it 3 in a row, excuse me. Grandview not ready to go home just yet. Emmanuel unable to get back to the head pin, leaves the washout. 3-6-10 looming for Wright State. Take care of business on the spare. Grandview looking for 4 in a row. Goodness. They got 4, but the big 4. Wichita State still clean. Respond with a strike. Grandview gives away some count. Wright State gets the hit, crosses over. Have a 10-pin advantage heading into the 10th. Can't Emmanuel match to keep the pressure on. What a shot. Once again, this Grandview and Wichita State match looking to be all tied up here. Grandview strikes out. Wichita State cannot beat them. Emmanuel needs to match. Get a strike of their own, so Wright State can win it with a strike. Grandview can max out at 215. Wichita State can max out at 215. The strike's going to do it. Wright State's going to advance. Just need to stay behind the foul line now. Wichita State in must-strike situation to keep pace. They essentially have to match Grandview shot for shot in the 10th. Grandview already delivered a strike. Can they make it one more? 10 back, never a doubt about it. Wichita State has to match, so already need a double. Still alive, Wichita State. If they strike out and force a tie, they'll get the win and advance to the next round. They're going to have to now. What a finish by Grandview. Last 4 for 215. All right, folks, this is it. Only match left going in the house, Ursuline. Looks like they have advanced 2.5 to 1/2 over Pikeville. Wichita State must strike. Holy cow. All right. The easy part is done, the first 2 strikes. Can Dasha Kovalova do it one more time to send it Wichita to the next round? Can't make this stuff up. Kovalova must strike situation. Needs all 10. Gets all 10. What a finish. Wichita State wins in the most unconventional way, 2 to 1/2. Don't see that too often, but wow, unbelievable. All right, the girls just making sure it was all done. But holy cow, 2 ties in 3 games for the ever popular 2 to 1/2 victory. Wichita State moves on against Grandview. That was nutty. Well, I don't know how we can top that, but we're sure going to try. Coming up next are the semifinals.
They won 2-1 on 2 ties. Right.
Correction, I guess that would be 2-1. I shorted Grandview a 1/2 point, so my apologies for them. So some phenomenal bowling by both teams there. Just Wichita State digging deep. Most valuable player of the 2014-2015 season getting the job done. To send her team to the next round and keep the chance at a three-peat alive. Coming up next, we're going to have Newman taking on Ursuline in our feature match on 71 and 72. 75 and 76 will feature Wright State taking on Wichita State. So we're going to get the cameras moved. Going to have some practice. There'll be time for the semifinals. So once again, this is Aaron Smith reporting from Western Bowl in Indianapolis for the 47th running of the Hoosier Classic. What an awesome quarterfinal to kick things off here in the women's bracket. Semifinal coming up next, so don't go too far. Thanks again for joining us here on Bowl TV.
65 for 2 and a ball ready.
All right, time for the semifinals here at the 2016 Hoosier Classic. Newman, the most well-rested team, since they only bowled 2 games compared to everyone else bowling 3, has elected to start on lane 71. They'll be taking on Ursuline, who knocked off the number 2 seed Pikeville. Our other match, combination of the 2 W states, Wright State and Wichita State. Wichita State looking to become back-to-back champions here at the Hoosier Classic. We'll switch over to them periodically, but 71-72 is going to be our feature pair because we can actually get the scoreboard up as well, so every once in a while we'll just go like this. And I'll give you updates throughout the match as well. As we mentioned, Ursuline defeated Pikeville 2.5 to 1/2. Newman swept Lindenwood, so no Lindenwood sweep here at the 2016 Hoosier Classic. Wright State defeated Emmanuel 2-1, and then the quite a crazy match between Wichita State and Grandview. At the end of the day, it's in the books as a 2-1 victory for Wichita State, but they actually never lost the entire time. They ended up tying 2 matches. The last one for the ages, as both teams struck down the stretch as they were all tied up, and Wichita State knew they had to deliver in the 10th, and Dasha Kovalova did just that to give them the tie. They were already up 1.5 to 1/2, so add the 2 halves in, and it makes it 2-1. Our championship match will be on 73 and 74. So they're following the same pattern as the men did earlier today. So 73 and 74, there will be no re-oil. As we saw in the men's title round, having experience on that lane didn't necessarily help Weber International. They fought back to make it 2-2 after falling down 2-0. Ended up falling to the Lions of Lindenwood 4 games to 2. Newman on the board, but 2 opens and down 21 early. Just like the quarterfinals, the semifinals at best of 3. So it's going to go quick. Wichita State opened the first frame, followed that with a double, 7 spare strike through 5. Wright State striking the first. They opened the second and the third and are looking at a 3-10 to convert. in the fourth frame. So early advantage going to the Shockers. Three opens a row for Wright State. So an early trouble here in game one. Ursuline clean through 5 in game one. They're going to hold 19-pin advantage. If Newman converts the single pin. Can't let those sneak away here in a match that goes so quick. Ursuline is going to increase its lead. Now up at 28. Ursuline taking care of business early on here. Take a quick look over and see Wright State's 7th frame working on a strike in the 6th. Unable to double. Newman not ready to count themselves out of game one. Showing some emotion with the strike in the 7th. They're trying to play to the mental aspect here a little bit, getting Ursuline's head, make some noise. They had their first open. Another strike here for the Jets will make this a ball game. Gets the mixer. Newman right back in it. Big double. How does Ursuline respond? Through the nose. Baby split. Newman can take the lead with the 3-bagger. Ninth frame gets it. Despite some early miscues with spare shooting, Newman just bounced back with a big 7th, 8th, and 9th frame. Back-to-back opens from Ursuline. All of a sudden, Newman just needs a mark, presumably with a good count. They're going to have the furious comeback to sneak game 1 away. Wichita State's going to go up 1-0. They finish with 176. Wright State can max out at 170. 10th frame, Newman. Trips the high hit. Newman's going to take game 1. Talk about a rally. Showing their resistance here, or resilience, I should say. Resisting to lose. There we go. Pulled it all around. Found the look late in the game, took advantage. Now just a game away from a trip to the title match. All the momentum in Newman's corner. The official score, 193-158. Big 4-bagger, the difference in the game. Both teams had some troubles with spares. Newman found the strikes though here. Now 1-0 in the semifinals of the 2016 Hoosier Classic at Western Bowl here in Indianapolis. Wichita State also up 1-0. They're just starting game number 2. Wright State leaving the 6-pin to start things off. First shot from Wichita State. Through the nose, 3-6-10. No problem with the spare though for Wright State. Looking to force a deciding third game. How does Ursuline bounce back here? Gets the light hit to knock them all down. Ursuline going quickly here. Ari in the second frame leaves the 2-4-5. Wichita State opened in the first. So Wright State grabs an early 10-pin lead. Newman's getting loud. This team is motivated. What 4-9? Ursuline takes the hit. strike, spare, strike early on. That shot runs high for Newman. 310 to convert. After some steady sparing in the early parts of game one, Ursuline collects its first double here in the semifinal. Nice cover of the 310. Ursuline looking for 3 in a row. Connect. Already through 5. Newman just getting ready for the third frame now. We kind of saw this trend in our men's title match where Weber International always seemed to be a few frames ahead of Lindenwood. Now Newman knows needs 3 strikes to keep pace. He's run high, back-to-back shots on 72. They're going to give a few pins back here, the 4-6-7. Seems like that's been a popular relief this week when you miss. Wright State looking to stay clean through 4 frames. They have a single pin to clean up. No problem on that for Wichita State. An open in the first, spare in the second, double. And now in the 5th, looking to convert a 310. Ursuline gives away the count. 2 is 4 there, so we'll see if that comes back to play a hand in this match later on. Anybody's match in the 6th frame between Wichita State and Wright State. Wichita State with the slight advantage. Looking for a double here in the 6th and the 7th. Should be a big strike. 4-pin doesn't cooperate. Wright State looking to stay clean. Covers up to 4-7. 3-pin advantage to Wichita State in that match right now. The Shockers up 1-0. Wright State strikes in the 7th. They can take the lead if they're able to double in the 8th. The late opens finding Ursuline College once again. Newman a few frames behind. Can they make up the difference? The late trip of the 7. Ursuline can max out at 2:08. Let's see if Newman can put together in the back half of the game once again to advance to the finals. It's the same kind of energy we saw that helped lead them to the Game 1 victory. Wright State threw a double in the 7th and the 8th. They'll be stepping up in the 9th. They can actually put themselves in great position here if they can put together one more strike. End up leaving a 4-8. Newman avoids the split. And now they're thinking, how do we get to 189? Wright State with a 5-pin advantage going into the 10th frame against Wichita State. Going to show the first shot from Dasha Kovalova. See if she can put the pressure on Wright State's anchor. Saw her do it last match. No surprise there. Spare for Ursuline. They can get to 188. Wright State nearly splits, leaves only the 4-7. So it's up to Kovalova now. Wright State can max out at 200 on the nose. If Wichita State does not strike, most they can do is 197. Wright State will still have to pick up the spare. So we'll go over there for that shot in a moment. Final shot for Ursuline to see their final score get to 187. Here's the shot. Strike to advance. Seems like she's been there before. Just needs 4 now to shut out. And Wichita State will be back in the title match, looking to make it 3 consecutive wins here at the Hoosier Classic. Sparing and striking won't be enough for Newman here. They're going to have to find a double. That includes after cleaning up this spare. Get all 3, so Ursuline in the books at 187. Newman on a 184 pace. Had a big 4-bagger in game 1 to take the W. Still have not doubled in game 2. Unable to get the 10 out. Gonna need a double in the 10th now with a conversion of the 10-pin. Otherwise, we're going to a deciding game 3. So Wichita State already in the finals, sweeping Wright State 2-0. Newman still got a chance. Casey Landers was a part of our all-tournament team on the women's side, finishing second overall to Pikeville's Caitlin Simpson. So she threw some strikes this week. Can she find two more? First shot of the 10th. Needs it. Runs high through the nose. Ursulane's going to get the win. And we're going to game 3. Newman was the higher seed in this match, so they picked lane 71 for a reason. They're going to get to go back there. .187 to 179. We're switching lanes. In one game, winner faces Wichita State. This is the 2016 Hoosier Classic, coming to you live on Bowl TV. We're at Western Bowl in Indianapolis, Indiana. Big thanks to the tournament staff as well as the staff here at Western Bowl for all their hard work. The final Tier 1 event of the USBC Collegiate season as well as the final event of the regular season. You get to see it live here on Bowl TV. Big thanks to everyone for joining throughout the entire week. One match to go after this. Great shot to kick things off, but a solid 10 left standing. Competitors this week bowled 9 games of qualifying over 2 days to determine the top 8 to advance to the match play bracket. The men's field featured 78 teams, 66 on the women's side. And at the moment, we're down to 3. After this game, it'll be 2. These competitors have competed on a different pattern for each of their blocks. Well, there was 6 games of qualifying yesterday, the 3 earlier today, and a different pattern for match play. But definitely versatility a key throughout the week. Wichita State was our #1 seed. Can they win one more? Early double for Ursuline. Newman clean through 2. Will Ursuline look to pick up the pace once again? keep throwing shots like that. Of course. Looking to keep the momentum going, wasting no time. Third frame for Newman. Gets the mixer. Fifth frame, looking for 4 in a row. Ball runs a little high, leaves the 6-10. What a trip with a 4-9 for Newman. Seemed like slow motion, at least to the scoring system here. They're going to have to get it corrected, already taken care of. Both teams coming out of the gates firing here in the deciding game 3. Newman going to step up for the 4th and the 5th here. Looking for 3 in a row. Another mixer. And an 11-pin advantage for Newman, heading to the halfway point. Can Newman make it 4 in a row? 6th frame. Yeah! Never a doubt. Back-to-back shots run high for Ursuline here in the 5th and the 6th. Newman looking to keep it going. Another 9-pin trip. Does not cooperate this time. Ursuline looking to run down the 3, 6, 9, 10. Don't ask Randy Peterson about that spare. Definitely not a fan, but they get the conversion. And a single pin miss in the 7th. Ursuline can jump back into the lead with a double here in the 7th and the 8th. Never a doubt there. We've seen some pretty intense and awesome matches so far in our women's match play bracket. Another instant classic shaping up here.
Read it. Read it. Go, go. Hit it. All right, come
5-pin stands in the 8th for Newman. This is for the lead. Crosses over, leaves the 6. So with 2 spares, Newman will hold a 2-pin advantage heading into the 9th. Ursuline unable to convert. Newman makes the spare, now leads by 14. Ursuline not out of this yet. Catches a break in the 9th. They can still shoot at 2:22. Newman on a 2:16 pace. So not a shutout of it yet. 9th frame, Newman working on a spare. She almost didn't see the 8-pin stand up there, but knew it was falling down. Willed it down. This is now Newman's game to win. Line put the pressure on through the nose. 6-pin only, so their max now 202. Eight out would be 202, so 9 wins it here. 8, possibility of tie. 9's enough. They may not realize it yet, but they are advancing to take on Wichita State in the finals. The Battle of Kansas coming up next. So once again, we will adjust the cameras, move them over to 73 and 74. These ladies will get practice as well. It's going to be Newman and Wichita State. Wichita State qualified first overall. Newman third. The 66-team field. Just a matter of final score now. A nice week for Ursuline, but they're going to fall a little bit short here, 202. Finish in a tie for third with Wright State. The official tally, 213-202 for the 2-1 victory. Newman advancing over Ursuline. Wichita State Newman coming up next here on Bowl TV. Thanks again for joining us here. Be sure to tell your friends. Let everyone know on social media that it's time. Championship match, Hoosier Classic, end of the regular season. All going down right here next. Don't go too far.
the title on lanes 75 and 76, and we reached State and Newman. Actually on lanes 73 and 74.
Let me get in there.
Let me get 7.
All right, we've heard of Wichita State. We're waiting for Newman. And then it's championship match time here at the 2016 Hoosier Classic. The final two teams left from the 66-team field. Best of 7 Baker here on 73-4 at Western Bowl in Indianapolis. Let's not waste any more time. Let's do this thing. Looks like Wichita has elected to start on the left lane. Wichita State looking to make it 3 years in a row. Kick things off by leaving a 3-pin. There is no re-oil for the championship match, so neither team has seen 73 and 74. The only teams to compete on this pair were Wright State and Emmanuel. Newman starting off with a big strike. We go from the sprint of the 3-game match to the marathon of the best of 7. As mentioned, more like a prize fight. Going 15 rounds potentially. Teams attempting to understand what this 45-foot pattern is offering them. Switching game to game. At the end of the day, whoever gets to mark up that masking unit is going to earn it. We already saw the Lindenwood men get their opportunity. To add their signature to next year's masking unit, which will be featured like we see on 71 and 72. Unable to convert the single pin here in the early going. Both teams with an early open. Quick 2-pin advantage to Newman. Western Bowl has resumed to normal practices here for a Sunday evening. Have some lanes going a little bit to our left. But from lanes 69 and 70 to 79 and 80 belongs solely to these two teams. First strike from Wichita State in the finals. Newman comes in live, leaves the 2-4-10. Wichita State looking to grab the early lead. It's been Dasha Kovalova's world here in match play. Just throwing game-winning strike after game-winning strike. Just like that. Big double for Wichita State. Newman unable to cover the 10. Quickly find themselves down more than 20. Late trip of the 4 from Sydney Brummett to give Wichita State 3 in a row. Two great coaches in this matchup as well. Billy Murphy, head coach of the Newman program. The Hall of Famer Mark Lewis. He's been part of the Wichita State family for a really long time. Let's just call it that. He and Gordon Vatican have helped the Shockers bring home 20 intercollegiate team championships titles between both the men's and women's programs. Wichita State rolling 4 in a row. We saw this earlier from Newman in the semifinal match. A few early opens and a late string of strikes gave them the early 1-0 advantage over Ursuline. Do they have the firepower to catch up to Wichita State here? Wichita State already on a 2:15 pace. There's a double from Newman, though. A few frames behind. Never know what can happen. Newman still has 224 out there with 5 more strikes. Wichita State would need a double in here somewhere to shut out. There's one. Strike at 9 spare in the 10th for Wichita State would be 224. They may need it. Newman keeps striking. Eerily similar to the semifinal match, the way it kicked off. Can they make it 4 in a row? Or Here's Wichita State, not even going to give him a chance. First shot of the 10th. Mixer doesn't get the 7. Newman needs it. Newman gets it, late trip at the 7. My, how the tables have turned. Another 4-bagger. Now they have a chance to shut out. Let's see what Wichita State does first. Can get to 215. No problem on the spare. Count, very important here. A strike from Wichita State would force a double from Newman. So we need it. First shot from Newman. How about that? The resilient Jets making their move in the last half of the game. Once again, count huge here for Wichita State. So now they'll need one more. 9 spare would be 213. Can Newman rattle off 6 consecutive strikes to steal this game? Must-have strike for Newman. Gets it. For all technical purposes, they still need 2. But Casey Landers delivers. Teammates have set her up, and she threw 2 in the 10th. Couldn't have done it much better. And Newman's going to walk away with a 1-0 lead with 2 pins. That's more than 2. Newman records the 221-215 victory. Are now up 1-0 over Wichita State. Really can't ask for much more out of a game 1. Let's see what the rest of them hold here. Newman up 1-0 here. Championship round 2016 Hoosier Classic presented by Columbia 300 and H2M Management. Also big thanks to Kegel and Logo Infusion for their support throughout the week. Of course, the staff here at Western Bowl and the tournament committee and all the volunteers who made the final Tier 1 of the 2015-2016 season one to remember. Still postseason play coming up for many of these teams, but bigger things at stake at the moment.
Read it. All right, come on. Hey, shooter, back up.
2:10 in the second for Newman. We saw them rebound from a few early opens in game one. Unable to get any on the conversion, so an early 11-pin deficit for Newman. Wichita State stays clean through 3. Watching these student athletes compete throughout the week certainly makes for an exciting future to our sport. Many of these ladies will certainly make the jump to the next level after college. With the return of the Professional Women's Bowlers Association. Unable to trip the 9 there in the third. Definitely an exciting time to be a part of the sport. To see great matches just like this here on Bowl TV. Wright State, or not sure where I got Wright State from. Newman. Wright State was on this pair earlier, but Newman delivers a strike in the 4th. If they get one in the 5th, they can tie this match up. The 2-7-8 in the 5th for Wichita State. Always a bit tricky. Can Newman double it up? Pretty good shot, runs a tad high, leaves the 4. Gets all 3. Wichita State will lead by 7 with a conversion here in the 5th. No problem. Great shot there from Brummett, kicking off the 6th frame, looking to keep Newman at bay and tie this match up at 1 apiece. Sydney, a member of Junior Team USA in 2016. Along with her teammate stepping up next, Holly Ann Johansson. Trouble in the 6th for Newman. If you're missing in this week, it seems the leave was the 4-6-7. Trip 4-9, never a doubt. Makes it a double in the 6th and 7th for the Shockers. So once again, can Newman put together a big second half of the game? We saw it last game. Do they have the same magic for 2 games in a row? Wichita State's going to lose some count there. Still hold the 28-pin advantage. See if Newman can get it going. Almost another 210 there. Leaves just the 2. Wichita State on a 200 pace right now. And a single pin miscue drops Newman's max score to 191. For Wichita State, they're 2 clean frames away from evening this match up. Looking to become a back-to-back-to-back champion here at the Hoosier Classic. The 4-5 on the 8th means Wichita State will just need a mark now, either the 9th or the 10th. That's going to be enough to get this match at 1 apiece. I think 7 pins will be enough to shut out here. And that's 7. So Ari at 183, Wichita State going to win game 2. So for Newman, going to have to reset after some struggles here in game 2. Got to find that momentum they found at the back half of game 1 once again. Score irrelevant at this point. It's an opportunity to maybe try a few things out. You're coming back to this pair or this lane no matter what. Gaining as much information as you can. And continue from there. 185, the official tally for Wichita State. That'll be enough to get the W. Nice shot in the 9th frame. Once again, important to store this information to use in Game 4. That's going to conclude game number 2. For the books, it's a 185 to 138. And we are all tied heading into game 3 here at the Hoosier Classic Championship round. We started with 66 women's teams down to the top 2. Both of these teams quite familiar with each other. Newman also located in Wichita. As a few people had alluded to in the chat room. Once again, a big appreciation for everyone joining us throughout the week here on Bowl TV, whether it's just here for the championship match or you've been here all week, or all weekend, I should say. It's only been 2 days, but always a fun event to get to attend. We appreciate the support here on Bowl TV. Wichita State put together a nice 215 on 73 in game 1. Just wasn't enough for the late barrage of strikes compiled by Newman. They posted 221 in the opener, which included a late 6-bagger to sneak out the W. Newman let a few too many frames get away early in game 2. A few makeable spares missed, along with a split or two, and wasn't Wichita State's most impressive performance, but it was, for the most part, an error-free performance. And heading down the stretch, they could see that they were already in the driver's seat heading into the 10th. let the Newman contingent call that one for you. The late Bird Dog takes out the 10. Wichita State looking for a trip 4 of their own there. Doesn't get it. Newman essentially stole the home field advantage, if you consider that a thing for bowling, by taking the first game. Wichita State, as the top qualifier, had the lane choice, so not only did they get to start in that game, if we get to a game 7, they get to end on that game. So thinking of playoff terms, essentially you want to win on your good lane. If you do that 4 times, you're in the winner's circle. And Newman took that away in the first. Newman clean through 3 frames. Wichita State in the third, all 10 back. Their first strike of game 3. Newman delivers in the 4th. Wichita State looking to grab an early 9-pin advantage with a double. Liked it off her hand. That shot right all the way, leaving the 1-5. Wichita State looking for 3 in a row. Kovalova goes through the nose, leaves the 3 at 6-10. Unable to convert, so first open for Newman. Wichita State's going to jump up by 18 with the conversion. Takes care of business. From the 6th frame on was all Newman in game 1. Gets to the pocket, unable to kick out the 10. Wichita State's going to lose a little bit of count there, working on a spare. Looking at the 1-2-4-8. Wichita State converts in the 6th. Now up 14. Tried to will that one down, running it out. Did not get the messenger to kick out the 10 in the 7th. Great shot by Johansson. Make it a double. Wichita State looking to make it 3 in a row here at the Hoosier Classic. In position to take the advantage in the match. Newman avoids the washout, but they're going to start need to start striking here to put any kind of pressure on Wichita State. Wichita State sets up the foundation frame, 3 consecutive strikes. Newman can max out at 204. Wichita State just needs count here. They'll be past the mark. Kovalova's going to make a ball change here. Once again, the match in hand. Finds something for later. Gets the light hit to crumble. And Wichita State goes up 2-1. Official number for Wichita State, 231 in game 3. The ladies having fun here in the championship match. I think they've practiced that before. They have no idea they're on Bowl TV whatsoever. If you're Newman right now, just kind of got to forget about the last two games off screen. Billy Murphy rallying the troops. The one team, or the one thing this team certainly has, is energy once they get it going, and that can be intimidating for even a team like Wichita State if they get it going. So they need to find a way to get a strike or two going and try to steal this momentum back. Wichita State just got to stick with the process. It's working. So final shot. Gets Newman to 178. Let's see how Newman responds here. Down for the first time in this match. All right, both teams ready for game 4. Holy cow, we've channeled the Mighty Ducks here on Bowl TV. Newman digging deep. Emilio Estevez would be proud. Trying to figure out how to make a flying V happen in bowling right now, but good shot to kick things off in game 4. Runs a little bit high, leaves the 4. Wichita State getting a break to kick things off. Newman seems re-energized here after losing back-to-back games. Can they make it translate to strikes on the scoreboard? Wichita State takes advantage of the hit in the first, turns into a double. the 3-6-7-10 for Wichita State in the third frame. Definitely a makeable split, but I'd rather not leave it in the first place. Newman clean through 2. They'll be able to erase the deficit of the early double. Wichita State is unable to convert. So mark in the third. The advantage goes to Newman. Second 4-pin in 3 frames. Right now leaving makeable spares. Wichita State looking to bounce back after the open. Have gone through the nose on back-to-back shots, so perhaps some transition taking place on lane 74. The men's championship pair got pretty tough by game 6 when Lindenwood took care of Weber International for the 4th time. Had a few of the guys lofting the gutter. Definitely heard some talk about how tough that pattern was. Really had to make good, repeatable shots to get some good results. There's some energy. They're jumping, they're excited. Newman not ready to hand over a 3rd consecutive title at the Hoosier Classic to the Shockers just yet.
Hey, good shot. Let's go.
Trouble for Wichita. 2 opens in the past 3 frames. Newman looking to end the first half of game 4 clean. Just enough at the 10-pin. Jets find themselves up 18. So we head to the second half of the game. See how Wichita State rebounds. Unable to get the hit on the 4-pin. Newman has gotten back to just making good shots here. And that energy we talked about, getting them closer to tying this match up at 2 apiece. Sydney Brummett giving very thorough instructions to the rest of the team after her shot in the 6th frame. It's the key role of your leadoff player. First double here in game 4 for Newman. Pep talk work. Wichita State delivers in the 7th. Not ready to go away just yet, but they're down at 28. That one gets away, loses some count as well. Washout in the 8th frame. Wichita State add a double. Huge spare opportunity for Newman. Unable to get the lead pin. With another strike, Wichita State can move into the lead. Foundation frame. The second 3-10 of the match. Third time they've had a high shot result in a split. Let's see how Newman responds after the open. Greek Church. Don't lose anything on count. The baby split could have major consequences here. Big conversion. Newman takes the 3, down 10 heading into the 10th. So if Wichita State does not strike here on the first shot, Newman will have the opportunity to throw all 3 in the 10th to get the win. Newman's going to step up first, though. What a shot, keeping the pressure on Wichita State. Wichita State, they don't strike here. Newman will have the chance to double for the win. And high again, disaster, 4-6-7. .173 is the most Wichita can end up without the conversion. 7 pins would put Newman at 174. So technically, Wichita State not out of it yet. But the odds of picking up the 4-6-7 in any moment slim to none. But we'll see what kind of magic Dasha Kovalova has in store for us here. The reign MVP. Takes the 2. So Newman's going to even this match up. But channeling their inner Gordon Bombay. The duck chant worked. In a 177 to 173 win. We saw a nice rebound from Newman there. Making a lot of quality shots. Through the first 7 frames, ran into some trouble at the back half of the game, but still got the win. Once again in the title match, we're tied at 2 apiece. The Newman's men's team joining in. Game 5 now underway here at the Hoosier Classic Women's Championship match. Wichita State looking to make it 3 consecutive wins at the event to head into the postseason. Newman says not so fast with the win in Game 4. Both teams take care of the single pins. Very motivated Newman team. So Wichita State gets the hit in the second. Western Bowl is an 80-lane facility. We've had to use pretty much all of them for the tournament this weekend. 78 teams in the men's field, 66 for the ladies, but we're down to 2 here on lanes 73 and 74. Our cameras for Bowl TV have been here all week. And now just one last thing to do, crown a champion. No count lost for Wichita State on the washout. Nice cover by Wichita State. Staying clean. Tough break with the 5-7 in the third for Newman. Much like the Washut, though, a very makeable split. Just got to get the ball to the right side of the 5, enough to kick it over into the 7. Wichita State looking for the double, gets it. Converts the 5-7, textbook. Newman stays clean. Some questions about Western Bowl here. It is 80 continuous lanes, not split up, and Western Bowl located in Indianapolis, Indiana. Indianapolis is going to be a hotbed of youth bowling in 2016. The Junior Gold Championships will be heading here in July, along with the national finals of the USA Bowling. It'll be the first time they'll have a national final. Definitely going to be some exciting stuff, and also going to be some TV time involved as well. USBC and CBS Sports Network recently agreed on a 23-show deal for 2016. So along with those shows from Junior Gold and USA Bowling, we'll also have the intercollegiate team and singles championships from all places in Wichita, Kansas, where both of these teams are from, at North Rock Lanes. Unable to convert the baby split in the 4th. Wichita State in control early on here in Game 5. Some trouble here for Newman in Game 5. Still looking for that first strike. And back-to-back opens now for the Jets. down 35 in the 5th. Wichita State gives a little bit back, chopping the 6 off the 10. We've seen this before from Newman on this very lane. Put together 6 in a row in game 1. Can they do it again? Good shot from Wichita, rings the 10. Their max score now 206 with the conversion. Newman's going to have to find a way to throw a few strikes here. Their max score 213. Seventh frame for Newman. Need to find a way to start striking, and that one gets away. Bounces back with the spare. That's all you can do in that moment is forget about it and move on to the next shot. .193 max. For Newman, so 9 pins will put Wichita State 1 win away from their 3rd consecutive Hoosier Classic. Newman does not strike here. They will also fall to 3 games to 2, and Wichita State doesn't even need the fill ball now. Going to take the 3-2 advantage. Newman in the position to gain information, perhaps bring in a sub or two, since score now irrelevant here. Since they cannot get to 194. All you can do is get prepared for game 6. Feel as confident as possible that you're making the right decisions. Head coach Mark Lewis doing what he does, getting the team ready, one win away from getting to decorate a masking unit for the 3rd consecutive year. Once again, that's kind of the trophy here at the Hoosier Classic, as you can see on lanes 71 and 72. If you win, you get to decorate the masking unit that's put up for the following year. Lindenwood had the honor earlier today, so we'll have to see what they came up with. It'll be either Wichita State or Newman joining them in the artwork. Official final score 194 to 150. Wichita State improves to 3-2. Need that 4th one to call the day. We'll get a quick recap here as the teams prepare for game 6. Newman made a furious comeback in the opener, throwing 6 consecutive strikes after the 6th frame, on their way to a 221-215 advantage to take the early lead. Wichita State bounced back with wins of 185 to 138 and 231 to 178 to make it 2-1. Newman bounced back in game 4, 177 to 173. As we just saw in game 5, 194 to 150 favor of Wichita State to make it 3-2. Our men's title bout went to 6 games. Will we see a 7th here? Newman's going to kick it off.
Cross carry. All right, come on.
For Wichita State senior Dasha Kovalova. Just think about that run here in one of the premier events in the collegiate bowling season, winning nearly every year you competed. 2014, 2015, Player of the Year. In her final Hoosier Classic, looking to make it 3 out of 4.
Another good shot right now, Becca. Come on, let's go.
Fortunate to just have the 10-pin standing for Wichita State. As you can hear from the Newman fans, not ready to go home yet. Want to spend a little bit more time here in Indianapolis. See a Game 7. Four, 6, 7 pops up in the second for Wichita State. So looking at an early open here. Nice conversion. Newman clean here in the early going.
Push forever.
Wichita State has continually found a way to bounce back after open frames. Key to spare shooting, always hit the lead pin. Newman clean through 4. Wichita State can essentially tie things up here with a double in the 4th. We saw that a few times last time on 74 for Wichita State. They had 3 splits go through the nose. They ended up losing that game by 4 pins. Already gone through the nose twice here in Game 6. Mixer for Newman in the 5th. Those high fives that look like it hurt there. They are ready for Game 7. Newman looking for the double. That one's going to have to hustle. No washout there. Don't lose any count either, working on the strike. Kovalova kicks out the 10 for Wichita State. Once again, still hanging around here despite the open. If they can find a double. Once again, we're all even. Cindy Brummett went through the nose in the first frame. Left just a 10 pin, could have been much worse. We'll see the adjustment here, 6th frame. Still runs high. Gets a little bit more than 1-3, leaves a 4. Only the 3 pin left standing.
Nice and easy, you got it. Let's go, come on.
Wichita State down 10. As they prepare for the 7th. No problem on the single pin in the 7th for Newman. Can the Jets keep it going? Not the shot Wichita State was hoping for, but they will enjoy the result, crossing over for Brooklyn. Still looking for a double to even things up here. Eighth frame, Newman. Great shot. Big bounce back there. After that shot in the 3rd got away from her. Completely forgetting about that and making an awesome shot in the 8th frame. Wichita State high again. Unable to find a double. Newman could do some damage with a double of their own. 9th frame. They like it. Great shot. Newman can force a game 7. Game in their hands. 206 max score for Wichita State. First strike in the 10th would shut them out. Strike to force game 7. And the 4-7-9, goodness. Can get to 203 with the spare. She gets 2, that's 191. Wichita State still in it. But now they're going to need a double in the 10th if Newman does not convert. count. Not really important here. Might as well go for it, because strike spare would still only give Wichita State 185. Newman already at 187. But everything relies on this shot. Could be Dasha Kovalova's final shots here at the Hoosier Classic. Needs 2 of them. Gets the first one. If she's able to double, Newman's going to have to convert the 4-7-9 to force a game 7. We've seen Kovalova throw so many clutch shots already today. Does she have one more? Newman is going to wait and see. If Wichita State does not strike here, we will have a game 7. Here it is. Talk about a performance today by Dasha Kovalova. Newman needs to make it now, otherwise it's a three-peat for Wichita State. Need the spare. Unable to get it 187, so Wichita State just going to need 3 pins here. And they will be our 2016 Hoosier Classic champions. That looks like more than 3. Wichita State back-to-back-to-back wins here at the Hoosier Classic. What a finish. Needing a double. We've seen it, it feels about 18 times today. Has performed every time. Wichita State, your winner here in 2016. So that's going to conclude our broadcast here. Just an outstanding match play bracket here on the women's side. Congratulations to Lindenwood and Wichita State on their victories. Newman bowled awesome all day today. A great tournament, a lot of momentum going into the postseason for them. So that's going to do it for us here on Bowl TV. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us throughout the week. Our next live stream broadcast will be coming from the USBC Open Championships in Reno, Nevada. Who it's going to be, we don't know yet, but you'll find out soon. So be sure to check out bowl.com/livestream, and of course a recap of the Hoosier Classic going to take place on bowl.com later tonight. So once again, this is Aaron Smith signing off. Thanks again to everybody here at Western Bowl, the tournament staff, just everyone making this such a great event. I'm signing off. Thanks again.